Welcome inside this championship edition of Buck Update Central. We have the highlights from the week that was in ETSU Athletics. Let's hit the ground running with ETSU women's basketball. They started their conference tournament versus Samford, the 3-6 matchup. An absolutely dreadful first half for the Bucs. The Bulldogs outscored ETSU 37-18 after the first 20 minutes. Meanwhile, the Bucs only 6 of 25 from the field. The lone three-pointer from junior Tiana Tarter felt like the game was over so soon, but not so. Breaking a 23-point deficit, the Bucs start a 13-2 run. The third quarter belonged to Tarter. She scored 16 points in the quadrant, and in the fourth, 15 more. Tarter had a remarkable 39 total points in the game, getting the Bucs within a point 3 times, but just barely unable to get over the hump. With one final chance to force the game into extra time, ETSU can't execute. The Bulldogs pull off the upset, and ETSU finishes their season after the quarterfinal round. The men had to wait a little bit. A Saturday night tip-off with Mercer. Coach Forbes has never lost to the Bears in 5 tries. TJ Cromer getting the team riled up before tip-off.
We weren't satisfied with co-champion. We weren't satisfied with sharing, y'all. We hungry. I looked at my team, I said, we strong?
I'll tell you, Mercer was sizzling from the get-go, though. A 15-3 Bears run, and the Bears lead 20-7 early. The Bucs down double figures, getting help from Devon Tavius Payne, who injected an individual run to the mix. 11 in the first from the senior Tevin Glass certainly helped as well. The result? ETSU only down a point at halftime. Mercer held without a basket most of the second stanza. Offensively, a big closeout for Bradford. He had a team-high 21 points, and despite a lack of offense from TJ Cromer, the Bucs' suffocating defense draws the headlines, and the Bucs advance to the semifinal round for the second straight season. On to the next one, Sunday, number 7 Samford and ETSU. The Bucs trying to make it back-to-back league tournament finals appearances. 41 total points in this one for TJ Cromer on 9 3-point makes. That's the most total points in the SoCon Tourney since NBA MVP Steph Curry posted 43 for Davidson in 2009. The 3-point total ties Cromer with Skip Henderson of Marshall for the most ever in a SoCon Tournament contest. It's also the most points for a Buck player since Tim Smith did 41 on Georgia Southern circa 2005. The defense was great too. The Bucs held Samford to just 25% from the floor in the first 15 minutes. Also have to throw in the jam that made it on SportsCenter. A.J. Merriweather with the stick, and we're all smiles as the Bucs win 71-62, advancing to play UNCG. On to the championship, the Bucs seeking their 10th NCAA tournament appearance. Tight game from the start. UNCG taking an early lead, going into the locker room up 7. Right out of the gate, the second half. The Bucs culminate a 4-0 run, and Hunter Mascara-Perea with a couple big-time slam dunks, getting the crowd on the side of the Bucs. The big momentum swinger at the 15-minute mark when Jermaine Long splashed home the Bucs' first 3 of the game, and we are tied for the first time since it was 4-4. The first lead, courtesy of David Burrell, and the Bucs never really looked back. 10 minutes to go. ETSU up 8, and you had the feeling that the title might be coming back home to Johnson City. Minutes to go. DeSante Bradford with a 3-point dagger, and ETSU does wrap up the SoCon Championship. 27 wins, and the automatic berth to the NCAA tournament.
For the 10th time in school history, the East Tennessee State Buccaneers, they're dancing, boys and girls. First tournament since 2010.
Selection show is on Sunday. We will learn of the Bucs' fate. Then, what a run and still going. Now transitioning to other sports, the softball team went 0-3 in the Buccaneer Classic. They were close in the latter 2 games, losing on Sunday the finale 7-6 to St. John's in extra innings, and that one multiple Buccaneers with 2 or more hits, including Taylor Carter, who had 3 driven in, continuing her great season at first base. The Bucs are now 8-10 on the season overall, Next up for ETSU, the Owl Challenge in Kennesaw, Georgia. They will play Tennessee Tech this upcoming Friday, along with Michigan State and Kennesaw State in that tournament. Men's tennis, they've been tested early. Matches with USC, Virginia Tech, and now former ASUN rival North Florida. A road date with Miami as well. On Friday, the Bucs dropped a 4-2 decision to the Ospreys. Staying in winning mode, David Biosca beat the number 64 player in the country, while Robert Herrera also nabbed a win. Monday, the Bucs on the ACC Network taking on Miami, Florida. The Bucs lost 5-2 in Coral Gables. Biosca posting another win over the number 70 player in the country this time, and Herrera also finding a win as well against the ACC foe. The Bucs will continue their spring break tour in the Sunshine State with matches against Florida Atlantic, FGCU, and then they start conference play on March 18th at Wofford. On the women's side, 2 matches removed from conference play, the Blue and Gold with a quality 4-3 road win at Georgia State. In the narrow triumph, Marina España, Alori Perea, and Melissa Esquerga with singles wins. The Bucs took the doubles point as well, and ETSU followed up with a dominating win, 7-0 over Savannah State over the weekend. Now baseball to finish out the show. On their first road trip of the season, Buccaneer baseball certainly had their hands full with Florida A&M. The Bucs dropped Game 1 but came back Saturday for a 10-8 win. Scoring 5 runs in the last 3 innings, the Bucs took advantage of 4 Rattler errors. With 4 hits, redshirt junior Chris Cook plated one of the big runs in the 8th, also with 3 RBI. Despite holding a 9-run lead in the rubber match on Sunday, ETSU fell short in extra innings. For Buck Update Central, I've been Parker Schwartz, and we'll see you next week.